Oh, hi there. Welcome to Teika's Kitchen. Get ready to tantalize your taste buds.
Are you ready for a treat? I hope you are, because on today's menu, we're featuring garlic butter shrimp, coconut fried rice. Our spices are all-purpose seasoning, black pepper, garlic powder, parsley flakes, onion powder, some Old Bay, and this lovely stir-fried sauce. Alright, now these are our ingredients that we'll be using. Our rice is washed and ready to go. We're going to use some green onions, some onion, mixed vegetables, and of course, the star of this dish is some uncooked shrimp. Right, now let's get started by prepping our shrimp. We're going to wash. They're a little frozen, but you know, shrimp, they're easy to thaw, so we're just going to wash them under some cool running water first, and then we're going to go in with some lemon and give these a nice rinse. All right, and there we go, washing away. All right, and after this, we're going to strain the shrimp, strain that water off, and ensure that they drain properly. Right, now it's always very important to dry our meat properly, or our seafood, to ensure that our seasoning will stick. Now we're going to go ahead and prepare these green onions. We're going to cut them in small dice or bone ones. Right, and there we go, cutting away. All right, and followed by that green onion, we're going to move right ahead with that yellow onion or white onion, whichever you choose to call it. All right, and there we go, making some slices. What we're aiming at is some nice medium dice, and there we go, slicing the onion to get those nice dice. Right, all right, quick and easy. Eye is watery. Anyone eyes watery? I hope not. All right, and those green onion that we slice in those chiffonade slice will be used for our garnish. Good. All right, now we're crushing 2 garlic cloves, and this garlic clove will be used to pan sear our shrimp with some butter. All right, okay. All right guys, so now we are heading back to our shrimp, and what we're going to do is to season. Right, you don't need to use a lot of seasoning on shrimp because they take seasoning very easily. Plus we're going to use some salted butter to sear them off. Good. All right, so we give those a nice good rub with those seasonings that you saw earlier, and what I'm doing here is just take off some of the tips, the ones that will be stirring in the rice, but we're going to leave some for final presentation. Now, when you're cooking a fried rice dish, it's always nice to use leftover rice. Good. Now, we don't have any leftover rice, so we're going to make ours right now. So what we do is to put 3.5 cups of water to 3 cups of rice, 1 teaspoon of salt, and we're going to use about 1/4 cup of coconut milk, 1.5 tablespoon of butter, and of course some Italian seasoning, and we're going to bring that to a boil before we add our rice. Right, all right, and there we go, it starts boiling. So at this point we're going to add our rice. Good. All right, and then we're adding the rice to the pot to cook. And now we're giving it a good stir, guys. We're going to cover when it starts boiling again, that recovery time. Then we're going to lower the flame to medium. Now it's time to get the star of the dish prepared. Now what we're doing here is melting 1.5 tablespoon of butter, and to that we're going to add 2 cloves of garlic. Right, and we're just going to add these shrimp. Right, and shrimp doesn't take a long time to cook. If it is overcooked, guys, it's going to be hard, it's going to be rubbery. Good, so we'll cook these. As soon as you see that it start changing color on that pink side, you know they are done, and then it is time to give them a flip. Right, now shrimp takes about probably 3 to 5 minutes to cook. It's not a long time. They're really easy to cook, so when you're doing it, try not to overcook your shrimp. Good. And here we're just turning them to ensure that each shrimp get a nice little sear on it so that they can have a nice attractive color as well. Good. And there we are. They're nice, and don't they look tasty? Okay, now we're giving them just a quick stir before we remove them from the flame. Good. And then off the flame they go. Now our rice is ready. We're putting it into a bowl just for it to cool. And to that same pot that we sear the shrimp, we're going to add our mixed vegetables. It is very important that you use the same skillet because all that flavor from the shrimp is right there. So we're using it now to stir fry our mixed vegetables. And by the way, I don't know if you noticed, I forgot the onions, guys. So before you add your vegetables, that's where you would saute your onions until they're translucent, then you would add your mixed vegetables, right? But it turned out fine just the same. So we're adding a little seasoning to our mixed vegetables because it is important for all our elements of the dish to have flavor. So we add a little all-purpose seasoning, a little cayenne, a little garlic powder, onion powder, and of course some Italian seasoning. Good. And we're just giving it a nice little stir so all the spices can come together. And then we go in with our rice. Good. And then we are stir frying the rice to get it nice and coated, nice and blended too with that mixed vegetable, right? And there we are, mixing away, combining away, because we want everything to be evenly distributed. And what you're seeing there is that stir fry sauce. Good. So we add about 1 teaspoon of stir fry sauce, 1 to 2 teaspoons. You'd add it based on your preference. Good. If you want it a little darker, or water if you want more flavor from the stir fry sauce. There we go with the shrimp. Stir frying again. We're gonna go in with some Italian seasoning, some parsley flakes, and of course some soy sauce. Good. Now if you don't have any soy sauce, you could add a little browning with a little water to get a thin consistency. All right. And there we are, just ensuring that everything comes together well by stirring it together. All right, and we're stirring, and there we go. And now we're adding some green onions or scallion just to give a little punch in every bite. And by the time you know it, guys, it's time to serve a plate. All right, and there we go, serving our garlic butter shrimp coconut fried rice, right? And we're just, organizing the plate to ensure everything looks nice and presentable. And there we go, those shrimp that we didn't take the tail off, we'll serve those on top just to enhance the presentation of our dish. All right, followed by we're going to sprinkle with a little more green onion, and of course we're going to garnish with some parsley flakes and a little cayenne pepper, right? And there we go with the cayenne pepper, guys, and that's our finished dish. Voila. And there you go, our garlic butter shrimp coconut fried rice. Look at it, guys. Isn't it appealing? Isn't it tantalizing your taste buds? Enjoy.